It's me, it's TRG, the Ramblin' Gambler, and this is Casino Kombat Boot Kamp. Yes, we spell combat and boot camp with a K. Boot Kamp takes the gambling concepts from our Casino Kombat podcast and breaks them down into short, detailed segments. It's the podcast stripped of the jokes and the stories, just the gambling basics. Boot Kamp can serve as a review for podcast listeners or as an introduction for those just learning about the podcast for the first time. Boot Kamp will, over several hours, teach you what it took me over 30 years to learn, how to use the game of gambling as a side hustle and live a casino lifestyle. In this segment, I'm going to teach you how to get a player's card and why it's important if you're going to do Casino Kombat as a side hustle. I'll also teach you a few techniques for taking advantage of having a player's card. Gambling in casinos can be fun, and they can be a profitable side hustle. I've documented that in my main podcast, but it can also be a problem for some people. Don't use any of this with money you cannot afford to lose, and if you need help, find help. As I said, today we're going to discuss the core concept of getting a Players Club card. More importantly, we're going to discuss why having a Players Club card is important and a bit about how they work. Getting a Players Club card has got to be the easiest core concept to handle. You walk into the casino, you find the Players Club desk, there are usually signs or you can ask someone, and you give the person at the desk your ID and they hand you a Players Club card. They probably at most casinos also give you some free slot play or a food comp of some kind or both. The card is essentially a tracking device for the casino to know who is gambling, how much they are gambling, and how long they are gambling. The card is used to determine how many points you earn, and those points can be used to determine what kind of comps, which is short for complimentary, that you will receive in the future. Comps can be anything from a free meal and hotel room to free slot play and tickets to a show. Some people are hesitant to get a player's card because they don't want the casino to track them. And I understand that, but if you're going to do Casino Kombat as a side hustle, you have to have a player's card. The casino's already tracking the games. They might as well track you so that you can get paid for your play. Think of it this way. At a job, you expect to be compensated for your time. In the casino, the player's card is how you clock in. It ensures you're getting the full benefits package for your effort, not just the results of the game. The casino uses a formula to determine how many points you earn for your play. The formula is based on the house advantage of the game you are playing, the amount of your average bet, and the length of time you play. For example, if you're playing a game with a high house advantage like a slot machine, you will earn points faster than if you are playing a game with a low house advantage like blackjack. The casino also has tiers in their reward system to categorize players. The more you gamble, the higher the tier you will reach. Each tier comes with its own set of perks or benefits. For example, a low tier player might get a free buffet once a month, while a higher tier player might get free valet parking every time they visit. One of the tricks to taking advantage of a player's card is to always use it for everything you do. Even if you're only playing for a few minutes, even if you're only buying a cup of coffee. Every point counts, and every point can add up over time. Another technique is to ask for comps. Don't be afraid to ask a floor person or a host if they can take care of your meal or take care of your room. And this is if you've been playing consistently and for a long period of time. They will often be more than happy to help you out. You also get points for more than just gambling. Most casinos have a variety of ways to earn points, like staying in their hotel, eating in their restaurants, shopping in their gift shops, or using their credit card. Even if you aren't gambling, you get points by showing them your card when you make a purchase. So think about how this process fuels itself. You walk in, you get a card. You buy a meal at a discount. Because you have the card, you receive points that move you toward a higher tier, and you get some imaginary money that you can spend or gamble with in the future. Now, I call it imaginary money, but it has real-world value. Whether it's free play loaded into your machine or reward credits that pay for your dinner, it's capital you don't have to take out of your bankroll. It's money you don't have to spend from your bank account. This process is repeated if you buy sunscreen in the gift shop or pay for a hotel room. You have to put in some time and some money to get the process started, but once it starts, it's like a snowball rolling downhill. I've spent many segments teaching you how to do the gambling part of Casino Kombat, but earning and using points is an equal partner to the gambling in the Casino Kombat process. The side hustle isn't just gambling, it's also free gifts, it's comped hotel rooms and meals, it's comped cruises, it's discounts, and credits that can be spent at the resort. So as I said, an easy core concept to execute. Also a core concept that is fun once you get things started. I hope you find these tips and techniques useful. I've got at least one more boot camp segment for you. We need to talk about exiting with a win or a small loss. I'll teach you that in the next segment of Casino Kombat Boot Kamp. If this was useful, subscribe, join the squad. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you on the floor.